Beware of the werewolves of summer.
Oh, sorry. The song stopped. I was dancing.
We're gonna get flagged and like,
It's been 30 seconds. What the fuck?
Suggestive thrusting, not allowed on YouTube. Welcome back.
If that's the case, then a lot of people are fucked.
That's true. Well, welcome back, ladies, gents, and our non-binary friends, to the final episode of Werewolves of Summer 2. This has been a good one, though. Like, I've had a lot of fun. I'm Rob, by the way.
I'm Jason Michael. I don't think we've had a bad Werewolves of Summer episode. Well, maybe, I mean, depending on your taste in our podcast. But wait, was Wolf of Snow Hollow? No, that was Winter Horrorland.
That was Winter Horrorland, but we're forgetting the snarling.
That wasn't in Werewolves of Summer, though. That was in Season of Suffering. That was in the actual season. That was a me dice roll.
That was awful. That was awful.
But it was a werewolf movie. But I mean, I was gonna say, are you talking shit on Wolf Spaceman or the Wolfman? Well, all right.
Wolf Spaceman was good.
Benicio del Toro's was probably the lowest point, because then we had werewolves and dog soldiers. And in this one, we've had Company of Wolves. We've had Wolf Cop and another Wolf Cop. We've had fucking late phases. And now we're still sticking in 2014 with Wer. Where? There?
There, here, everywhere.
WER. You say it how you want to. Go ahead, try it.
Do it.
Good job.
Congratulations. Yeah, and the year is jumbled, man. I noticed no matter where I searched, it either said 2013 or 2014.
Yes.
So I did a count on all of the sites I used, and 2013 beat out 2014 by 2. So I'm going to say this movie came out in 2013. And I'm going to say exactly why when we get to the little breakdown here. Which, boy howdy. So the studio, I didn't rewrite one, and I should have, but I didn't. The studio synopsis that they released says a defense attorney begins to suspect that there might be more to her client, who is charged with the murder of a vacationing family, than meets the eye. It's phrased very poorly, first of all. Second of all, she doesn't suspect shit. Like, at no point until she was like, here it is. And they're like, oops. Like, yeah, oops, indeed. So, no. This movie was written and directed by William Brent Bell. It was also written by Matthew Peterman. Now, William Brent Bell and Matthew Peterman, both of them made a movie called The Devil Inside. The Devil Inside came out in 2012. And all of the little blurbs I was reading was they shot these movies concurrently. So there was even overlap where they were shooting them at the same time. Also, The Devil Inside was originally called the Vatican Project. Yeah, I know. So the name changed even there. William Brent Bell was also directed 2 movies that get a lot of shit that I really enjoy, and then a movie that is just shit. So he directed The Boy and The Boy 2, which I enjoyed those movies. Yes, they're kind of like at surface level when you first watch it, you're like starting to watch it, you're like, this, an Annabelle ripoff. Cool. And then once the reveal happens, you're like, that's fucked up. And then you go, how did
the second one? The first one.
Oh boy.
Yeah, the first one was definitely I was about it, and it was really cool, and it was spooky.
Yeah.
And then that reveal kind of lost me. It was creepy, but it kind of lost me.
Yeah, the reveal is what sold me. So I highly recommend watching 2 because 2 is a direct continuation.
No.
Okay, that's fine.
As Camp Nightmare would say, don't tell me what to do.
Fair point. The other movie that he directed that is absolute shit and we never needed, I don't know why it was even made in the fucking first place, was
so excited.
The Orphan, First Kill.
Oh my God. Was that 2016?
Somewhere around there. It doesn't really matter, I don't believe. But here's the thing.
Not about that. Oh, fuck. All right.
No, you're good.
I got it.
The Orphan First Blood was a terrible movie, but it was also minus the really shoddy CGI throughout the movie. Wasn't a terrible, like, it wasn't a terribly hideous movie to look at. Like, the directing was well done. The movie just sucks. And so, anywho, my fun fact, I had to dig because there was jack shit anywhere. And my big question was, who is this dude? Like, the fucking dude who is playing Talon. The guy is menacingly large. So the actor's name is Brian Scott O'Connor. And to any music fanatic out there like myself, when I read that name, I was just like, wait, what? So William Brent Bell cast Brian Scott O'Connor, who was the touring and recording bassist for the rock band Eagles of Death Metal.
What?
Yeah, because the character Talon needed to be a towering, naturally hirsute. I had to look that word up. Hirsute. It just means unnaturally hairy. Hirsute man with an imposing physical presence. O'Connor, who is exponentially tall and famously nicknamed Big Hands in the music industry, brought the perfect feral yet vulnerable look to the werewolf role without this is his only acting role. So
Rob,
yeah,
you got robbed. This could have been you, homie. This could have been you.
So Brian Scott is taller than me. He's a fucking giant. That guy is huge.
Do you know off the top of your head how tall he is? Because I'm ready to look it up.
No, I was going to look it up and then I didn't.
Brian Scott what?
O'Connor.
Brian Scott O'Connor. Oh yeah, look at him. Height. There we go. That's what we want to know. Height in feet. Good for him. Who put their feet on him? He is 6'4".
That can't be right. That means I'm taller than him.
Exactly. Let me. You keep going. I'm going to continue to dig deep on this. Because if that's the truth,
that is literally.
Wait. Like, stands exactly 6'8". There you go.
There we go. That makes more sense.
I clicked on the same fucking thing and it told me 2 separate. Fuck you, AI. Fuck you.
Yeah. No, that because his hands, when he grabs that dude's face at the end, I was just like, no, thank you. But yeah, I thought that was super dope that when I saw his name pop up, I was like, wait a second, there's no way. And then I typed his name in and I was like, it is. I was like, that's wild. Yeah, he was literally William Brent Bell sought him out. Was just like, this is who I want to do this. And this is the only role he's ever played in a movie. And that it's been fucking 13 years. And he hasn't done shit since. So other than kick ass in the band.
Rob, it sounds like you're going to need to put a picture and your height on your IMDb page coming soon.
Yeah, I've been thinking about trying to get like a professional like headshot because something menacing. I want something like
post up, son. Post the fuck up.
You know what I mean? Or get that like down low squatted pose.
Don't worry. I will bring up a picture exactly what I'm thinking of. Don't you worry.
Man.
Well, there's this option actually, but
yeah, right. No, I need professional. If I want to make a career out of this, I need to make sure I've got something going on that's legit.
What's wrong with you dressed as Otis Driftwood?
I mean, nothing, but not for a professional profile.
What about that?
Yeah, no. So
fucking focus.
Go
on.
I want to dive into the directing because I feel like I'm not alone with this. When this movie started, were you immediately under the impression that this was a found footage movie?
Yeah, exactly. I kind of enjoyed the fact that it looked like there was a camera crew documentary thing for most of it because, you know, it felt like we were attached to the story and yet detached at the same time.
Yeah.
Enough to where it's like we could literally go anywhere. And it wasn't just solid. It was gritty. It felt like we were there.
What it gave me was 28 Days Later. The 28 Days Later, the entire directing, Danny Boyle was just like, I want the camera free held. I want that thing moving as much as possible. I want the viewer to feel like they're part of it. I want them to feel like they're the infected. I want them to feel like they're a survivor. I want the viewer to just be part of the action. And because of Danny Boyle and 28 Days Later, so many other directors followed suit after that and started doing the same thing. And
sons of bitches.
A lot of times it didn't work. It was just fucking annoying because it was just like a general conversation seated at a table, and the camera's like, you're like, do you have asthma? Yeah, literally. It's just like, what is happening? It's just a fucking conversation. So with this one, there were a few moments. There were a few moments.
I get it.
Where I did feel like the camera movement was completely unnecessary. But then there were moments where I feel like it was also not utilized well enough. But then there were those moments where I was just like the entire time. So we'll just crash into what the beginning is. The movie just fucking starts. And
I was pissed off. Not only because, again, I watched this movie accidentally before late phases, but god damn it, dude, we really have to start with 2 dog murders in the beginning of these fucking movies. Sons of bitches.
I like how you're worried about the dog murder and not the fact that a fucking 8-year-old child or 7-year-old child was fucking killed. Dude,
I was shocked, honestly, because you don't really see that anywhere else besides Eli Roth.
Yeah.
And Damien Leone, but he did it off camera.
Yeah. So this movie literally starts with news broadcasts being interposed over the actual footage, found footage, because this is the found footage portion of it, of a family, a mother, a husband, father, and their son and dog camping.
Oscar.
In a weird place, by the way. Once we get that aerial shot, I'm like, you're on the side of a fucking road. What the fuck? What a weird choice to fucking...
They're camping in the open field across from their house.
Oh, let's just pull over here. This seems good. But they get attacked by an unseen thing. The mother survives. And she keeps saying, he, the man, and is vehemently saying it's a man that did this. And they're out there looking for an animal instead. They end up with the description she gives. They're like, we know who this is. And they go and they capture Talon.
Dude, can we take a moment to appreciate, like, we're just watching the mom's like profile talking, and then she turns and it's like one bulgy milky eye, like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah. So we get that after we're introduced to this American who's a lawyer overseas, which is interesting in itself. And so, yeah, Kate. And then she has her...
Good for you. I didn't remember any of their names.
Besides
Oscar the dog.
Yeah. I guess he's her business partner. His name, Eric. And Eric he's kind of like he has his way with the internet to get information and stuff that isn't readily available.
I immediately went, who the fuck is this? And it clicked. He's one of the nerdy friends from Chuck, that Zach Levi show, which was a great show, by the way. I don't think I've ever seen the finale of it.
I didn't write down this fact because I didn't find it fun in any way, shape, or form, because I don't know him, but I did look up his repertoire, and I was like, oh, he's been in a ton of shit that I've never watched, and Chuck was one of those.
And he looks exactly the same in Chuck too.
Which they were shooting at the same time. And during an interview with him, he said, yeah, I originally didn't want to take the role because I was too busy, and it didn't seem like it was something that I wanted to take my time away from to do. But then I read into the character and realized how deep he was, and that he had so much more. He had so much more to offer, and I was like, they literally could have cast a stick and it would have been fine. Like,
your character and the old love interest, whatever that fucking guy was, are literally just trying to take the piss out of each other the entire time. They're literally just going back and forth. Well, what you say about me? Well, what you say about me? Oh, he said this. Shut the fuck up.
That was the only thing about this movie that had me slightly confused, which was Kate calls Gavin to like come help because they're
in France, right?
Yeah, and he's English, and Kate and Eric are both American. So like, we never really get an answer as to why Gavin's there, other than the fact that she knows him and she thinks he's the best.
Cool, man.
Okay, cool. What the trio of them, the vibes they were putting off reminded me of As Above, So Below. Like, before they go into the catacombs, that group is the most insufferable group of fucking people, and the love triangle is fucking annoying, as it was with this. So even though I'm not even 100% sure Eric was really into her or if he was just a dick, like, you couldn't tell. At first I was like, oh, he's into her. And then he shows no interest in her whatsoever. And I was just like,
maybe he was like, because no, this is a very important thing, and he's, an ex-love interest where he's gonna fuck with you right now. You need to stay focused, and this is gonna help my career. Either way, Eric's the douche canoe. So
I mean, he says that too. Like, I don't need you distracting her. This is important. And I was like, yeah, cool, I can get behind that. But then at no point does Gavin try to do anything else, and Eric is still a dick to him. And I'm like, bro, he pulled back. What's your deal? So
fucking stupid.
Kate is brought on to represent Talon and to really like figure out the truth behind all of this. Figure out, did he really do it? Could he have really done it? They go and talk to, after this, they then get to see, because Eric tapped into something somewhere and got to see the extended version of the interview with the mother. That's when she turns her head and we get to see how fucked the side of her face is. And I half expected her to be like, Rachel! But like,
no, you're supposed to get her, not me. Get her.
It was the same reveal, dude. I was just like, it was brutal, but at the same time, I was like, oh, okay. Like, we get it.
Aaron Eckhart was in this movie. That's impressive. You managed to get him for this. Wow. He's got range.
But yeah, so she's brought on to represent Talon, and she wants to meet him because he's her client. And they bring him into this room, and he is in they call it a muzzle, but my dude, that is way more than a fucking muzzle. He's got like a body cast on.
It was giving me Tyler Mane, Rob Zombie, Michael Myers vibes.
Oh,
just 100%. Like shorter hair
the whole time.
I love when she asks, it's like, can you like take his handcuffs off? And the guard looks over like, bitch, are you serious?
Yeah.
What the fuck do you mean take the handcuffs off?
But
God damn it.
Yeah, so she asks to have the muzzle off. They do. Take the handcuffs off. They do. And it was really weird. It wasn't until hours after I watched the movie that this clicked, which is really sad. But she questions him about his dad, and then they bust into the room. And they're like, "This is over. This is done." And I was just like, "Okay." And then I watched the entirety of the movie, and I was just like, "Oh!" Like it clicked because of. So Talon's dad died in a car accident, and the same fucking commissioner who's overseeing this thing literally covered up. He killed his dad.
Oh.
See? I wasn't alone. Okay.
Dude,
thank God. I'm glad I wasn't alone.
I just remember like taking the handcuffs off, her asking like one thing, looking back, and then they bust into the room, and I was like, what the fuck happened? She asked whatever. Yeah, she asked about his dad. Because she already knew that his dad had died in a car accident. So they had like that connection because she has a dead dad too. Daddy issues.
Yeah. So they bust into the room, but Gavin also decides to throw himself in there like he's going to fucking do something.
No, my love.
And gets injured, which we find out that Talon bit him.
I fucking called it because I didn't see the bite. Again, it was just like, all right, cool. They're frantically coming in. And then the moment he goes, I was like, oh, great. There's our second werewolf.
And that is the only moment in the entire movie that I was like, wow, that was bad acting. The entire movie, that one cough took me out of the movie for a fucking minute because I was just like, no.
Boo. Boo.
We're good.
A lot of my notes in this fucking movie are just, well, what the fuck? Because a lot of it was just, why? Just why?
Yeah. Well, so Talon gets tased a fuck ton. He gets taken away. Kate and the lover boys go off and they do more investigating. They go looking into more information. They go and talk to Talon's mom. And she was like, not my boy. He's made fun of his whole life. This is something that runs in our family. His uncle, and then they show a picture, and there's this towering monster in the background as well. And then there's a weird picture on the wall, which I paused and went back, and I still couldn't make out what it was. But Gavin's looking at a photo on the wall, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And it looked like a Sasquatch, like trying to hug somebody, and I was like, what the fuck is this picture?
Yeah,
but I'm sure it was supposed to be important, but it wasn't on screen or angled well enough for me to make out what it was. So anyway, this gigantism of some sort runs in the family. Now Gavin, being the medical genius that he apparently is, figures out that this is some sort of disorder. It's a disease. And in truth, the disease itself is real in real life. So, but what it does is a child is born, and they grow too fast for the body's makeup. So their bones end up becoming extra brittle. They're liable to break easily. And certain things can set them off. Flashing lights are one of the major things. They are prone for seizures, and those seizures generally kill those people who have that disease because they shake so much, their bones crack, puncture their organs. That part isn't in the movie, but I know about this disorder because some of our favorite actors actually had that. So we find all this information out, which is great, I guess. It's exactly what we need to know. And then the commissioner gets a phone call from a farmer that said a giant hairy beast on 2 legs took out all of his livestock. And Talon is in custody. So it can't be him. So they go out to this. this is this was another moment where I was just like, why'd they cover the cows in cloths? Like, they're fucking cows. They're not human corpses. Like, it's just very strange. Maybe budget restraints. They were like, yeah, we can get cloths and pile hay under there and splatter some blood on it. It's fine. That's probably exactly what they did. But then they start shooting tear gas into the woods because
they fucking lit up that forest and missed everything, because then Kate hears something moving and, like an idiot, moves near it, moves towards it, and then a giant bear pops out of the woods and they unload into the fucking thing, killing it. And I gotta be honest, man, shaky camera angles are really good for hiding CGI or stuff like that, because boy, I'm telling you, that shit looked real as fuck. Even when it was laying there dead, I was just like, that's pretty good, man. You did a good job. Low light, shaky cameras, man. You don't have to spend an arm and a leg to try and make it look something real. And just because you spent money on CGI doesn't mean it needs to be dead center on camera showing that it's fucking fake. Yeah.
So at that point, they go, all right, cool. So it's not Talon. Let's get him this test to see if he has this disorder, because it's very easy to do. All before this, they've done 2 different blood tests on him, and both of them have come back contaminated.
The one with the fucking eye. So at first, I just thought they were taking like one of the slides and just like getting eye juice or whatever.
Yeah.
But
that's what they did.
Well, then what? We'll get there. But the other fucker cuts his eye with the broken thing.
Yeah. Well, you just said we're going to get there and then told him.
Yeah, I didn't say who it was.
So they do that. They do that eye exam with whatever drop it is to see how what color it changes. I don't
like
fucking
purple or some shit.
But yeah, and then they're just, yep. So he's got it. All right, let's do the seizure test. Why? But you just said 1 of 3. Also earlier, Gavin says 1 of 3 tests will prove it. If the first one doesn't do it, if the first eye test doesn't do it, then the second one will definitely show it. And the first one proved it, and they were like, all right, let's make him shake. You're like, no. You just proved it. Jesus, so anyways, Christ. They do the seizure test, and turns out Talon's not as weak as they think he is.
Nope.
Because he rips himself from his restraints and lays waste to everybody in that room except for Gavin. Dude,
that was a lot of digital blood and bites, and that started pulling me out of it. Like, we've seen practical shit before, but that was just a lot of, look at this effect that we have. Look at this effect that we have. Look at this effect that we have. It's like, cool. Anything else?
I noticed it, but I also liked it because it wasn't meant to be some big, long, drawn-out scene.
Mm-hmm.
It was meant to be quick and fast. And it was brutal. I mean, the quick cuts to moments where even watching and knowing this was done, a lot of that was done digitally. There are moments where you're like, did that person's head get crushed? Like, you don't know because it gets cut so quickly that I think it worked very well for that specific scene. I do agree with you in a sense, though, where he throws one of the doctor's bodies at the camera. I hate that in horror movies. Paranormal Activity, the first movie, the third ending, which happened to be the theatrical ending that everyone knows, did that. And I hate that. It takes away from a lot of the movie, and it's meant to be like a quick cut so that they can move forward with everything. I get that, but I don't appreciate it. I don't like it. I don't like I forget what the term is for it, but the fade to black, where it leaves you questioning everything. Those things,
The Sopranos.
Yeah, those things drive me nuts. I still stand by. I think the original ending of Paranormal Activity is the best ending, but obviously they would never have been able to make a franchise out of it with it. But, yeah, you know the original ending, right?
She dies.
Yeah, the cops show up and she goes to attack the cops.
Oh,
and they
yeah.
shoot her dead. Great ending. Anywho, so Talon is on the loose and he gets away and, like King Kong, finds himself at the top of a building. He's inside. He has hiding himself away inside the building, and Kate finds out that that's where he is and is like, I know he's guilty, but a lot of this is my fault. All of this has happened, so I have to go there to try and coax him out. Maybe I can get him to chillax. Yeah.
He folds someone in half in a second. I don't think he relaxes.
Awesome. But so it's Kate and Eric are there together. Gavin is off trying to figure out what the fuck's going on with him. His wound is spreading. And
Eric notices that he's looking at his wound, and then he looks back at the fucking footage, and turns out he was bitten.
He was bitten. So Talon is hiding. We find out that the flickering lights have the same effect as a full moon. So that's why he was able to get this insane strength. But they happen to just do it the same day that there is supposed to be a full moon.
Say that again.
And the same day that there's supposed to be a full moon.
That's right, because there's a fucking full moon during the day in this movie.
Yeah, of course. It's the other side of the world. Who knows? But it also,
I know we see it during the day when it's like setting in the morning and when it's coming up at night, but it's like that was like midday and the moon is still there.
Well, so I think a lot of this movie too, the reason I'm already going to say I really enjoyed this, but I think a lot of this movie takes the werewolf lore and tries its best to kind of place it in like reality, but also change the rules enough that you go, okay, there's a suspension of disbelief at this point. So I'm just going to go along on the ride, which is what I did. So
but I want werewolves. I don't want slightly hairy men. Yes, I understand that was Wolf Spaceman. However, that was done better for me. We're on opposite sides if you haven't picked up on that already. So I've been sitting here waiting to hear your rating.
So Talon is in the building. Talon's in the building and they send SWAT in to get him out. They're like, we're going to get him out peacefully. And if we can't, then we're going to rain holy hell on him. And so they go in and then he looks up like every werewolf movie and he realizes that the full moon's there. So his body then follows suit, which we then get a pretty cool back cracking sequence, but that's
it.
That's as far as it goes. His eyes change a little bit too, but we don't get to look at him long enough to really see much.
Don't get lost in those baby blues.
He is just running around that building, just killing SWAT members. And like you said, he folds a dude in half, which made me go, whoa! Like that was awesome. He's using people as like projectiles against other people. And then
I was kind of waiting for him to impale somebody with another person.
That would have been dope. Or just like use them to squash another person's head. Hammer their head with another person.
Rip off somebody's legs and just use their heels to squash their head.
That'd have been awesome. But then he promptly says,
"Where to?
Fuck this place," and he yeets himself out the window of this giant building.
What was it? It's like, oh, we're on the second story. He's not going anywhere. Jumps right the fuck out the window.
Yeah, and he lands like a cat. Like it was wild. He looks at Kate. He stands up. He looks away. He looks back at Kate. Kate's staring at him. Kate then looks at Eric, and then looks back, and Talon is gone. He just fucking got up and ski-daddled out of there. The whole movie is just high octane from this point forward. They immediately are like, well, we know where he's going. He's going back to his mom's house.
Mm-hmm.
So they go back there. They aren't subtle about it in any way, shape, or form. They've got helicopters. Everyone's inside the house, moving around. And then Talon, Kate gets a feeling that something's up. And so she goes out to the barn thinking his mom is out there and like is talking to no one. And then some of the SWAT members come in and one of them disappears. And then we witness another one get yoinked up by the jaw. And Talon is up in the rafters, just kicking ass.
Gargoyling
and then he busts out the top barn door, and superhero. He looked like Spider-Man for a second. There's like in the air, and I was like, "Yo!" Lands, takes out a few more people, yeets himself into the woods. Which I was like, "Okay, cool." The whole time all of this is happening, Gavin is in the house.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
And he hears a noise, and he's like, looks at a shelf. And immediately, even before he looked at the shelf, I was like, that's a hidden door. Then the noise happened. And then he looked at it, and I was just like, that's 100% a hidden door. So then he gets jump scared. Then he goes downstairs. He opens, sure enough, it's there. And there's a chair with buckles, and we're not stupid. Thankfully, they don't spoon feed us anything in this, which I thought was really nice, which they weren't like, he didn't say any stupid line out loud like it was a fucking modern day horror movie. We're like,
so this is where this all happened in this exact time and place, and this is the reason why this. It's like, exactly. Exposition, you say?
Yeah. So Gavin starts to not feel great, and then we cut back out to Talon running around, killing more people, and it all hits that Kate's in danger, and Gavin is transforming and just doesn't want to. So he pulls out his wound, which is now just hairy. And he straight razor shaves the hair off his arm, and then straight razor shaves himself. Now, this was the other moment. Hold on. This was the other moment where I went, camera angles have already been, this is 28 days later. In this moment, I was just like, this is 28 days later, because the main character in 28 Days Later does the same fucking thing. It just shaves all his hair off and goes fucking animalistic.
So, before the transformation started, the fucking split glass looking James McAvoy werewolf ass he gets into a scuffle, if you will, with Talon's mom, winds up pushing her down the fucking stairs. She dies. And then also, while Talon's running away, this part I will admit was pretty cool when I'm sitting here going, God fucking damn it. When he's just running, all fours and takes off.
Bro, that helicopter shot, like, fuck me. When that happened, my jaw hit the floor. I was like, yo, no way. Yeah,
Kate, there might be hope.
Kate and Eric are in a SUV of some sort chasing him. And he gets away into the woods, and Eric's just like, I was going 70 miles per hour. I couldn't catch up to him. Out of breath. Never understand that. Never will in a movie. You're driving. Why are you out of breath?
It takes a lot of energy to press the gas pedal, homie.
I guess. Jeez Louise. But yeah, so then it comes down to basically a standoff. We have the corrupt commissioner in a helicopter with two snipers. And stupid. Then Talon captures another person, another one of the SWAT members who's followed him. Kate almost convinces him not to kill him, and then he does anyways, which, fine, great. Who gives a shit?
But also, he kills Eric. And thank fucking God.
Yeah.
And he rips his face in half.
Which was awesome. Just rips his jaw off.
Thank God.
And now it's Kate trying her best to get Talon to just stand down. And he's full beast mode. He's not stopping shit. But luckily, we have full beast mode Gavin to the rescue. And we get this battle that's okay. There were moments I was underwhelmed.
The moment we officially knew that Gavin was going to turn into a werewolf or was bit by Talon, I was like, oh, fuck, we're going to get another werewolf fight, aren't we?
This one was
not a werewolf fight.
No, but I also think it was timed very well. It wasn't too long. It wasn't too short. They didn't try and do anything like unnecessarily over the top either. Everything felt like it was like proportional for the characters themselves, which I really appreciated. I was like, okay, cool. What I did really like was the fact that like Talon made noise, but never at any point in time screamed or howled or anything like that. So I thought that was cool. What I really enjoyed was the noises that Gavin made were like this mix. Like there were like 3 different tones in his voice. Anytime he screamed, like it was, you could hear his voice. And then there was almost like a female voice underneath it. And then this like beast growl behind it. And I dug that because it seemed very out of character for this character we've gotten to kind of know, who seems like a timid dude who just kind of has allowed people to walk all over him. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, man. Like, you know, don't push the quiet kid too much, you know,
or else he'll go full werewolf.
Duffel bag. Yeah.
Jesus.
But yeah.
I'm mad.
Then
I'm mad.
the fight ends. He kills Talon, and now Kate is now trying to talk Gavin down, and they get close, and then you hear a gunshot, and she has a gun, and Gavin puts the gun to his head to shoot, and then she puts the gun down, and then we hear a gunshot, and then Kate is the one who shot, obviously.
Way to go, asshole.
And Gavin doesn't like that very much, and yeets an entire human at the helicopter, which makes the helicopter crash, and they all die. And then we cut back to how the movie opened with news broadcasts. Kate is okay. She's recovering in the hospital. And then we get the interview with Gavin.
He's got great hair.
Yeah, and it's only been a month. And he literally ends the movie by, there's only really one word for it. Werewolf. Roll credits.
And that was 2013-2014's Wer/Wer. Now, before we get to our ratings or any other discussions on that, here's an ad.
Spoiler Sleepover is sponsored by GoreClown.com. This season, it's out with the old and in with the new. September 1st, visit GoreClown.com to get our new TV t-shirt. October 31st, Halloween night, will be the last chance you have to purchase our old shirt. Again, that's GoreClown.com.
Yeah, go grab that shirt. September 1st. We're very proud of it.
You know what it's got on it? A Werewolves of Summer.
It sure does. It has
all year long.
All of our month themes. We have upgraded it. So if you want the OG shirt that has all of our openers on it,
I have it.
You've got a few months. You've got 3 months basically at this point. 3 months. Yeah, 3 months to grab it. So grab it now before it's gone forever.
You know what you should also do? You should also grab the Werewolves of Summer shirt with our 2 stupid fucking werewolf mugs on it. We look great. We look real great.
We do.
Thanks, Sean.
My hair's different now.
Yeah. Oh, great. Now we need an updated one.
They updated. I shaved my beard.
You're a menace to society.
I've actually been thinking about trimming it down.
How much?
like that much.
Okay. As long as you're not going full Gavin with it, we're okay. So, Rob, I'm not. We'll get to it. Who would you give a bloody legend to in Wer?
Brian Scott O'Connor.
Got it.
That dude is giant and menacing, and for a musician to be his first and only acting role, I think he did amazing. Like you said, Tyler Mane, the whole time he was in custody, that was all I was thinking. And I was like, this is really good. Like he is horrifying and he's doing nothing. Mm-hmm. And I mean, he's doing a lot, but like, it seems like he's just menacing and he plays as the viewer. I was like, he seems wounded, like emotionally, but also also seems like at any moment he could fucking snap. And
like a broken, pissed off man.
Kept me on the edge of my seat. So yeah. Also, if you've never listened to the Eagles of Death Metal, highly recommend. Really good band, fucking fantastic, and he's a hell of a fucking musician. So go check them out as well if you haven't.
Bass player, you said?
Correct. Yep.
Rad.
Good stuff. Good band. A lot of fun. You would really like it. Really.
Maybe we'll go down the rabbit hole for it.
Hey-o.
Well,
so let's do our ratings. I'm gonna on a scale of 1 to 10 infected hair wounds, what would you give?
Ew.
Where were you?
Infected hair wounds. That just sounds like another blue waffle type deal. Ew. Yeah, there you go. Floppy beef curtains. Anyway, I don't know. The beginning of this had me. And then very quickly, I was like, I didn't care for really any of the characters. Talon was probably the only one. And there were like, once you saw the werewolf show up, and I get it, they were trying to put it into reality, but I'm a werewolf type dude. So you give me a werewolf. You don't give me a slightly more hairy man and then have him like crack his back and have problems with his lumbar. No. What you do is you make him a fucking beast. You make him a goddamn animal. But we didn't get that. So, again, maybe eventually I'll rewatch it, but I'll give it a 5 for now. It wasn't anything special, but it also wasn't the worst thing I've seen. So,
okay.
Yeah. How many exploding hair wounds would you give it?
I'm giving it an 8, and I've already priced out the Blu-ray because it is getting added to my collection. When I looked it up for the Blu-ray, there are a fuck ton of special features, and I want all of them. I really enjoyed this movie because of how detached yet attached it is to werewolves. Mm-hmm. I have already made it very clear, like, werewolves are not my forte. I have never really sought out the movies until we started doing Werewolves of Summer. And now that we're doing this, I'm open to all revenues and avenues of what other artists see and how they decide to depict the werewolf. And this was very creative, in my opinion. It was not normal in any way, shape, or form. And I think that's why I liked it so much. It was just very different. I liked the story, even though most of the characters annoyed me. I think that really fed into the story more for me. But yeah, I will be watching this again, probably regularly. Like, this was really good. I really enjoyed this. So yeah, I give it an 8.
Okay. I mean, honestly, for a brief moment, I was like, I swear to God, if you say anything higher than an 8, I'll be pissed off at you. So you barely skirted that line, Rob.
Yeah, no, there were some of the CGI stuff really, really irked me, and some of the other stuff I mentioned, it was just like, but yeah. Well,
whatever.
That was our final episode for Werewolves of Summer 2. Oh. And you want to cry more? We are taking the month of August off. So this is the last episode you will be getting of Spoiler Sleepover for an entire month until we're back with the 1970s in September.
And that time we actually mean it.
Yes, we will be back with the 70s. The cult of the 70s. We're jumping back into the cult.
Let me pull it up real quick just to confirm what year we'll be looking at. Jesus Christ.
While you're doing that,
yes, sir.
In between now and September, be sure to go over and subscribe to our YouTube. That way you can keep up with our videos, because we're all on video now, and our new show, Off Topic, which you can get only on YouTube every single Wednesday. It is our openers live there now, on top of some random topic that we decide to talk about. Or
if we want to bitch and gripe, that's where you can get it.
Yep. So go enjoy that cacophony of craziness. I edit the ever-loving hell out of those shows, and they are just getting ramped up more and more.
And
so
I hope you know, Rob, and this is for everybody listening, this upcoming week, if you're listening to this when it comes out, this upcoming week's Off Topic, you're gonna want to watch. That's all I'm gonna say. And Rob doesn't know why.
I don't have a fucking clue.
Well, when we come back in September, no, it doesn't work. I'm just reaching for more things now that Werewolves of Summer is over. It's like Vampires of Winter? I don't know. We are just barely crossing the first line of the decade with a 1971 cult classic. I have never heard of this movie, but I think if I remember correctly, this is a possible Rob Zombie reference again, maybe? Or maybe it's
Which
the one
one?
after it. 1971?
Could be. I'm not looking at the list.
That's fair. Well, until then, thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you. I hope you enjoy your summer. It's been so far weird. It's quite cool where I am right now. Like, I had the space heater on, and I wore my fucking Trivium joggers the other morning because I was like, ooh, it's brisk. Ooh, it's a tip-bit nipply. And I hope that I hope you have a great rest of your summer, and we will see you back in the decade of the 70s. Thank you for tuning in. Again, subscribe to the YouTube, subscribe to our Patreon. That's patreon.com/Spoiler Sleepover Podcast. And again, you're not going to want to miss this upcoming Off Topic. Oh yeah, how do we end this?
Until September.
Sleep tight,
sucker.
Are you a conductor?
Awooga.
Awoo. Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Spoiler Sleepover. Join our cult by following our socials like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And for more offerings like this, follow us on Patreon at patreon.com/Spoiler Sleepover Podcast. So until next week, sleep tight, suckers!